Trump's Greenland gambit. A new Cold War brewing in the Arctic? Is history repeating itself? Trump's renewed insistence on securing Greenland echoes Cold War anxieties. But this time, the stakes are higher, and the players are more complex. Are we witnessing a new scramble for the Arctic? Or is this just political posturing? Donald Trump has once again ignited controversy by reiterating his desire for the United States to exert control over Greenland. He stated the U.S. would go as far as we have to achieve this objective. This aggressive stance raises serious questions about American foreign policy and respect for sovereignty. These remarks come just before Vice President Vance's controversial visit to Greenland. The timing is particularly sensitive, given the existing tensions between the U.S., Greenland, and Denmark. Is this a calculated move to assert dominance, or a diplomatic misstep? The visit itself has already drawn sharp criticism from both Greenlandic and Danish officials. They view it as an unwelcome intrusion and a potential threat to Greenland's autonomy. The situation is rapidly escalating into a diplomatic crisis. Vice President Vance is scheduled to lead a U.S. delegation to the Pituffik space base in Greenland. The delegation includes Second Lady Usha Vance and Energy Secretary Chris Wright. This high-profile visit underscores the strategic importance the U.S. places on the region. The original plan included stops in Nuuk, Greenland's capital, and attendance at a dog sled race. However, this broader itinerary was met with significant opposition. The trip has now been scaled back, focusing solely on the military base. This reduction in scope is a clear indication of the resistance the U.S. is facing. It suggests that Greenlandic and Danish officials are wary of American influence. The situation highlights the delicate balance of power in the Arctic. Trump justifies his pursuit of Greenland by emphasizing its strategic location and abundant resources. He argues that these factors are vital for both U.S. and global security. This perspective frames Greenland as a critical asset in a world of increasing geopolitical competition. He insists that the U.S. needs Greenland for its own security. Furthermore, he claims that even Denmark benefits from a strong U.S. presence in the region. This argument attempts to legitimize American intervention by appealing to shared security interests. Trump believes the U.S. military must establish a dominant presence in Greenland. He views the issue primarily from a security standpoint, prioritizing military control. This approach risks overlooking the cultural and political sensitivities of the Greenlandic people. He has made it clear that the U.S. will take whatever steps are deemed necessary to ensure its presence. This unwavering commitment raises concerns about potential overreach and disregard for international norms. The world is watching to see how far the U.S. is willing to go. Trump's renewed push for Greenland has sparked a strong and unified reaction from Greenlandic officials. They view the visit as an unwanted display of American influence. This sentiment reflects a deep-seated desire to protect their autonomy and cultural identity. Prime Minister JD has openly condemned the trip, characterizing it as an aggressive American pressure campaign. He sees it as an attempt to undermine Greenland's sovereignty. This strong condemnation underscores the depth of the opposition. JD has called on the international community to stand against what he perceives as an encroachment on Greenland's sovereignty. He emphasizes that Greenlanders are neither Americans nor Danes. This assertion of identity is a powerful statement of self-determination. The resounding message from Greenland is clear. Greenland is not for sale. The Greenlandic people will not be ignored or treated as pawns in a geopolitical game. Their voices must be heard and respected. Denmark, which retains sovereignty over Greenland, has responded cautiously to these developments. The Danish government is walking a tightrope, trying to balance its relationship with the U.S. and its responsibility to protect Greenland's interests. Danish Defense Minister has acknowledged the growing tensions surrounding the situation. He welcomes the decision to limit the visit to the Pituffik military base. This suggests a desire to de-escalate the situation and avoid further diplomatic friction. The defense minister described the scaled-back visit as a wise move to prevent further diplomatic escalation. This statement reflects a pragmatic approach aimed at preserving stability in the region. Denmark is trying to navigate a complex and potentially volatile situation. Greenland's leadership has made it clear that they will resist any attempts to undermine their sovereignty. The future of Greenland hinges on their ability to maintain their autonomy in the face of external pressures. The stakes are incredibly high. Whether this dispute escalates into a full-blown diplomatic crisis or remains a political talking point remains to be seen. The actions of the U.S., Greenland, and Denmark will determine the trajectory of this unfolding situation. The world is watching closely. The Arctic is becoming an increasingly important geopolitical arena. The decisions made in the coming months will have far-reaching consequences for the region and the world. The future of Greenland hangs in the balance. The situation in Greenland demands our attention. The potential for a new Cold War in the Arctic is real, and the sovereignty of the Greenlandic people is at stake. We must act now to ensure a peaceful and just resolution. Here's what you can do. Educate yourself. Research the history of Greenland and its relationship with Denmark and the United States. Understand the complexities of the situation. Contact your representatives. Urge your elected officials to prioritize diplomacy and respect for Greenland's sovereignty. Demand transparency in U.S. foreign policy. Support Greenlandic voices. Amplify the voices of Greenlandic leaders and activists who are fighting for their autonomy. Share their stories and perspectives. Engage in respectful dialogue. Discuss the issue with friends, family, and colleagues. Promote understanding and empathy. Stay informed. Follow reputable news sources and stay up to date on the latest developments. Be critical of biased reporting. The future of Greenland depends on our collective action. Let's stand in solidarity with the Greenlandic people and defend their right to self-determination. The time to act is now.